In this video, I will be answering the question, does fishing line stretch in water? So let's get started. Hi there, I'm Glenn from Golden Eagle Outdoors. If you would like to see more videos like this one and get more fishing tips Minnesota style, make sure you subscribe. Does fishing line stretch? I'm going out on a limb here, but I don't think it stretches like the pair of socks you're wearing. I wasn't sure of the answer on this, so I did some research on it. It turns out that it depends on the fishing line material that we are talking about. Apparently, some fishing line will stretch more than others. Monofilament fishing line stretches more than braided lines and more easily than fluorocarbon lines, which gives it a forgiveness factor other lines can't match. If the drag on your reel sticks or you set the hook too hard, monofilament compensates by stretching up to 25% or more. By stretching under pressure, monofilament also helps prevent your hook from tearing a hole in a fish's mouth, which can make it easier for the fish to escape. This is a factor both on the hook set and during the fight, especially when you are dealing with big fish in close quarters. For example, many top bass pros prefer a beefy monofilament like Berkley Big Game over a braided line for pitching jigs. Stretch should not be confused with shock strength, which is a fishing line's ability to absorb energy and an equally important consideration. Shock strength comes into play when your line has to withstand the sudden impact of a hard hook set or a big fish thrashing violently at boat side. Many anglers believe that fluorocarbon is a low stretch line and credit its sensitivity to this factor, but it actually stretches more than nylon monofilament. The difference is it takes a greater force to get fluorocarbon stretching in the first place. As a result, fluorocarbon makes a fine choice for situations where controlled stretch is helpful, whether as a main line or a leader in conjunction with low stretch braided line. Paired with its higher density and direct contact due to its sinking ability, this line is incredibly sensitive. Unlike monofilament and some braided lines, fluorocarbon doesn't absorb water. This means it has the same strength sensitivity and handling below the surface as it does when dry. It feels and acts the same on your first cast as it does on your last. Fluorocarbon's tightly packed molecules transmit more energy than monofilament. It is better telegraphing information from the other end of the line, such as light bites or your lure ticking bottom. Also boosting sensitivity, fluorocarbon sinks faster than monofilament, resulting in less slack or bow between the lure and the rod tip. Fluorocarbon is more abrasion resistant than standard nylon monofilament of the same diameter. Plus, while the sun's harsh ultraviolet rays weaken nylon over time, fluorocarbon shrugs off UV with no ill effects. Braided line is made by braiding fibers of a synthetic material into a strand of line. This makes a strong, tough fishing line that is abrasion resistant. This line is so strong that you will have trouble breaking it when you get hung up. They have very little stretch, less than 10%, so it is possible to pull the bait away from a fish. The lack of stretch in braided line is easily overcome if you use a light drag setting. The drag will somewhat override the lack of stretch and keep some fish from pulling hooks out of their mouths. So to sum it up, monofilament stretches up to 25%, braided line less than 10%, and fluorocarbon is in between. If you are looking for a fishing line that is more abrasion resistant, then you would want to use fluorocarbon or braided depending on your situation and the conditions that you fish in. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and remember to subscribe so you won't miss out on any more videos like this one. Thanks for watching!